Another year is just flying by. We are now at the end of July, and it has been a while since I have done a monthly favorites and fails video. So that is what I am sharing with you today. The products that I found myself reaching for the most over the past month. And then I also have 2 things that I purchased that I regret, and one that I'm just still not sure about. And I wanted to talk about it in this video because I know a lot of people are curious about it. So without any further ado, let us get into July's beauty favorites and fails. I'm not going to start with that viral product just yet. I'm going to start with some of my absolute could not put down favorites of July. The first one being this One Size Until Dawn Caramel Glow Setting Spray. Now, I'm sitting here under some very, very bright lights. So unfortunately, I don't think my positive testimonial about this product is going to be as impactful, but I am lightly tanned for me, and I got this light tan within seconds using this spray. And what I'm going to try to do is insert some before and after B-roll so you can really capture the difference that this setting spray makes in just giving you a beautiful, natural looking, soft glow. I was hesitant to spray this on my face though, because I had seen a couple of demos where the person, I think honestly, they just used too much because, especially on their textured skin, and I'm not putting down anyone with textured skin because I have very textured skin myself. So that is what made me nervous. When she sprayed it on her face, you could really see that texture come through even more. It's kind of like anything that is glowy or radiant. It just, emphasizes that texture, unfortunately. And on my oily skin, yeah, maybe you can see the texture a little bit more, but I don't hate it. And I love how easy it is to just get a very even, all over caramel glow. It is not sticky, and it's a setting spray. So not only are you getting that just back from vacation color, it is going to help keep all of your other makeup on as well. Now, this is not a product I'm going to be using every single day, but for special occasions, date nights, vacation, this is definitely going to be on my body. I love this. Now, on days where I still want to look bronzed, or maybe not bronzed, but golden goddessy, sun-kissed, these 2 products have been my go-to. This is from the brand Rodial, and it is such an underrated brand. It's expensive, so I kind of get why their products aren't super viral. I think this cream bronzer is, don't hate me for this, I think it's $69, $59, so still pretty expensive. Although on their website, if you sign up to get emails, you can get 10% off. And the reason I'm putting it in this video is because, well, number one, I have been using it every single day. I absolutely love it. I am also aware that a portion of my audience just loves to buy high-end makeup. And I think that's what a lot of my viewers or subscribers look to my channel for, the variety of price points that I feature. So if you have been looking for a beautiful, blurring cream bronzer that feels weightless on the skin, almost an airbrushed effect, that is cool toned. It may look a little bit warmer in this B-roll because, lighting can alter how things look on camera, unfortunately. But this is truly a neutral to cool toned cream bronzer. I'm using the light medium. The texture is velvety smooth. It lasts all day long. It has a dewy finish, but it's not too dewy for my oily skin. If you have dry skin, mature skin, and you are looking for the ultimate creamy, cool toned bronzer, and your beauty budget allows, I cannot recommend this enough. Now, to set the cream bronzer, I always set my cream products because, again, oily skin, I need that longevity, and a lot of times cream products aren't quite as long wearing on combination to oily or very oily skin. So I do like to set that cream bronzer that I also use to contour my nose. I have fallen in love with these products from Dibs. This is their baked bronzer in Caramel Cappuccino. Again, a beautifully neutral shade. And I know I'm late to the game when it comes to this brush because I do believe that at least over on TikTok, it was viral for a while. The dual-ended brush from Dibs, so soft, and it is so perfect. I like to swirl the matte shade and the shade that's more of a marbled kind of, not sparkly, but glowy look. This brush just feels absolutely incredible. And then you can use this side for powder or for blush. Oh, and they're dual-ended mascara too. You've got a brown primer on one side that I will often just wear on its own during the day or use for my bottom lashes. And then on the other side is a volumizing black mascara. And when you put the two on together, ooh, your lashes are going to look amazing. And this is a tubing mascara. So it's flake-free, smudge-proof, and removes easily with warm water. And both sides are infused with shea butter to nourish the lashes. So please do not sleep on Dibs products. Do not sleep on Rodial products. Getting back to brushes. You all know I own a lot of brushes. I use tons of BK Beauty brushes, Refer brushes. I just purchased some Hourglass brushes at the Nordstrom anniversary sale, which I probably should include in this video because I have been using at least two of the brushes every single day since I got them. They're absolutely amazing. They are so soft, and I just had really wanted to try those brushes for a long time. At the time this video goes live, the anniversary sale will still be going on, so I will have that linked in the description box as well because it is a really good deal. But it's still not an inexpensive set. This Real Techniques set is a great deal. It's $25, and this set is actually all eye brushes, created in collaboration with a makeup artist named Kellyanne. I have been following her for years. She's based in New York City. She collabed with Real Techniques on these beautiful, affordable eye brushes. Two of them are double-sided, and they have everything you need to do your eye makeup, especially if you have small and or hooded eyes like me. You've got this larger fluffy brush for blending out a transition shade. You've got a smaller brush for doing more detail work. Now I will say, and this is something I just noticed, these two are very similar. One of them is slightly longer and narrower, but now I'm kind of wishing they had done something a little bit different. Well, if you have hooded eyes, you can never have too many brushes that look like this because I use these tiny crease brushes for detail work or to pat on shadow to emphasize and lift the outer corners all the time. This one has an angled liner brush that I use every day to do my upper lash line, and I'll also add a little bit just right here to the outer corner of my lower lash line. I'll add a little, shadow as liner. And then this little smudgy end is fabulous for, well, smudging out eyeliner. I also use it to smudge out my outer corner liner sometimes. This brush right here is great for packing on shimmer or getting color onto the lid, as is this very interestingly shaped brush. I sort of alternate between these two when it comes to placing color on the lid. I'll use this one more for shimmers, to pack shimmers on, and then this one more for just matte eyeshadows. And then sometimes I will also use this to just do that final blend out of everything. But yeah, $25 for all of these brushes. I believe they are limited edition, so get them while you can. And I bought mine at Ulta Beauty, and they're always putting out coupons, $3.50 off of a $20 purchase, $5 off a $35 purchase. So obviously that's going to make them even more affordable. And yeah, I love these. I also love this from Refi. It is their Water Blush Liquid Cushion Blush with ceramides, and I have the shade Lychee. It says here that it is a sheer and hydrating water-based blush in a Korean-inspired cushion compact for a buildable, weightless wash of natural skin-like color. It's vegan and cruelty-free. It's skincare infused. It is a Korean-made cushion compact. I demonstrated this in a video just a couple of weeks ago, I think. And when I did demo it, I mentioned that you do have to be very, very careful with this because a little bit goes such a long way. I will often just pat my finger very, very lightly because look at how much color comes out. And then use a clean finger to blend it out. I think the first time I spoke about this blush, someone asked me to try, or if I had tried the bronzer that's got the same kind of compact and technology. And I did try it and I returned it. And it wasn't because I didn't like the product inside. I think I may have just gotten a bad component because anytime I would try to open the lid, the whole component would fall out. And then it also just didn't close very well. And this is the type of product that needs to be closed well, otherwise it's going to dry out. I also obviously didn't love that the whole component kept popping out. And then when I would try to put it back in and then I would try to close the main compact, it wouldn't close. It had to be back in there just right. I was thinking, are these refillable? Is that why they're popping out so easily? But they're actually not refillable. So while I think it was a good product, something compelled me to not just exchange it versus return it. Okay, I'm gonna get into my final two favorites before moving on to the so-so product and the two fails. I have spoken about this influencer, Ashley Page, so many times in my videos. I would say that she is the influencer who influences me the most. Even though she's, I think, in her maybe late 20s. She is someone whose makeup style and clothing style and home decor style just resonates with me. And I end up purchasing a lot of the products that she recommends, that she loves. And one of the products that I actually had in my makeup stash, I just hadn't reached for in a long, long time, that she is constantly raving about these days, is this Chanel dual-ended liquid lipstick and gloss. Actually, I should probably look up the exact name of it. I think it's called Le Duo. Yeah, Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue. And one of the shades that she loves is called Intense Caramel. And I actually, like I said a moment ago, I found it in my stash. And what she loves about this product is that it is a super long wearing liquid lipstick on one end that does not dry out your lips. I know that a lot of you are like me. You've tried these long wearing liquid lipsticks and they just feel terrible on your lips. Now, do I wish that I could find a dupe for this? Of course, but I have yet to find one whose formula is as comfortable as the Chanel. So you apply this to your entire lip, you wait maybe about a minute until it dries down, and then you go in with the clear gloss side. But what Ashley does, and what I've been doing a lot lately as well, is topping it with a different gloss. Maybe a frosty gloss, maybe a shimmery gloss. And the one I topped it with today is a new lip oil from MAC. It is called the Lip Cushion High Pigment and Hydrating Lip Oil. It says that it is a high pigment, high shine lip oil that provides up to 72 hours of hydration and a cushiony, comfortable formula that soothes and improves the moisture barrier of lips. What I'm loving about this formula is that it's thin. It's not a thick and sticky gloss at all. And this particular shade has some beautiful, like iridescent sparkles in it, but it's not gritty. I don't feel it on my lips at all. And it doesn't really smell like anything either. And I know you might be thinking, well, if I'm not using the gloss that goes with the liquid lip color, is that going to impact the longevity of the lip color itself? And I have not noticed that. I was concerned about that too. I thought, surely you have to use this exact gloss with this liquid lip, but I could go eat a hamburger and french fries right now. And while the gloss may disappear mostly, I will still have color on my lips and I will just need to reapply my gloss. So if you are someone who just doesn't like gloss because you don't like how thick and sticky they can be, or when the wind blows, it gets caught in your hair, I think you're really going to like this new lip oil formula from MAC. All right, now let's talk about the controversial, well, not controversial, but maybe polarizing, is that the right word? I'm just seeing so many mixed reviews on this Hung Van Gogh foundation. It is the Red Carpet Skin Long Wearing Luminous Foundation. I did post a TikTok It may be on my Instagram too. Yes, I think I posted it. Oh, wait, I have it up as a YouTube short, so I can link that as well. That was the first impressions video. And I said in that short video that the shade match, I purchased shade 8, was absolutely perfect. And you will see that if you go after this video, click on that reel that I posted, not reel, YouTube short. You can see what an amazing color match I was able to achieve. And even the comments on that video, as I said, I posted it on 3 platforms, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels, and the comments were all split. Some people thought the foundation looked great on me. Other people thought it emphasized my texture too much. It was too thick. And that's kind of what I'm seeing online. Some people love it, some people hate it, and others are sort of in between like me. We like it, but we don't love it. There's just something about it that basically isn't making it so I will reach for it over my other favorite foundations, if that makes sense. It's just not blowing me away, let's say that much. A little bit does go a long way, and I have used it maybe 3 or 4 more times since I first uploaded that first impressions. And I do love the packaging. I like that it is very, very blendable. Again, the color match is spectacular. It's medium to full coverage. I just got really, really oily with it on. Exceptionally oily. Granted, it does not claim to be a matte foundation. I don't even think on Sephora it says under skin type, all skin types. It does come in a whopping 38 shades though, which is good. It says medium coverage, long wearing, natural finish, cruelty free. It says the finish is radiant, natural matte, which it is at first, but then on my oily skin, it just gets super, super, super glowy. It doesn't say, you know how Sephora sometimes says the skin type for the foundation? It doesn't say for this. So I'm assuming they believe that it is good for all skin types, but I am just saying based on my experience that it just makes me too shiny. It kind of reminds me of how my skin reacted to Armani Luminous Silk, where I felt the finish was beautiful, color match excellent, but I could only wear it with some sort of oil controlling primer underneath and only for a few hours. It was definitely not something I was going to reach for if I had an all-day event. And I can definitively say that about this. This would not be for me an all-day event foundation, but I'm gonna keep trying it. I'm not ready to give up on it just yet. And I have applied it just the way Hung himself has recommended, with a brush, working from the center of the face outward. I feel I have done everything right when it comes to application, but I'm just not blown away. And I'm definitely not blown away by this Patrick Ta Transition Blurring Blush Duo. I purchased this against my better judgment because I know that I have products that give the same effect as a transition blush. Really, any light blush used in between where you have placed your blush and your under eye concealer, putting anything in that area that's a lighter color in like a pink tone or a peachy tone is going to work as a transition blush. But I couldn't help myself. I talked myself into at least trying it and having it in my collection. The one I purchased is a peachy duo called Did You Notice? No, I did not notice anything when I applied this. Obviously, they're very light shades and you're not supposed to really notice them, but I thought you might notice them a little. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the darker. Like, it's more like a matte highlighter. I did use a better sized brush when I applied this morning, but I don't see it. I don't know. Do you see it? Do you notice the transition? Is it giving what it's supposed to be giving? Am I just expecting too much from this? Maybe I am. The bottom line is this is a purchase I regret. And then I also regret, even though I love how it smells so much, I bought this Maison Francis Kurkdjian, hopefully I pronounced that right, Eau de Parfum 724. I do own Baccarat Rouge. Love it. Been wearing it for years. It lasts all day. And then I was at Nordstrom recently and I sprayed this 724 on, and I've loved, loved, loved how light and clean and fresh it was. And then the sales associate said, try mixing this with your Baccarat Rouge. It's divine. So I thought, okay, that sounds incredible. I'm going to do that. So I purchased the smaller bottle, and then I was going out to dinner that night. When I was ready to walk out the door, as I do, I grab my fragrance and I sprayed it. And then since I was on vacation and not at my home, I didn't have my Baccarat Rouge. I hadn't brought it with me. They gave me like a little mini sample. So I mixed the two together. And at the end of the night, all I could smell was the Baccarat Rouge. So the next day, I sprayed it during the day, just this, the 724. And I'm going to spray it again because why not? And it smells beautiful. But it is gone from my body in 15 minutes. 15 minutes from now, I will not be able to smell this at all. And it is way, way too expensive to not have any staying power. The Baccarat Rouge 540 lasts 7 days and 7 nights. No, I'm just kidding. But it lasts hours and hours and hours. This, not even an hour. So that was extremely disappointing. The sales associate did tell me that this was a, lighter weight fragrance, but I didn't think he meant will not last at all. It says 724 is an olfactory signature with an urban spirit in the light of a pure sky rising over the city. Oh, I cannot with these fragrance descriptions. They're just so over the top. It is a musky floral. It's made in France and the reviews are good, except, when you get to the third review, which is not mine, dated April 1st, 2026. Nice smelling, however, the scent does not last. Yeah, that's a bummer. Anyway, that is it for July's favorites and fails. As always, I will have every product listed and linked down below in the description box of this video, as well as tagged through YouTube Shopping. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. My username is the same everywhere. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.